Hello, and welcome to Guidance for Reopening. This is Natalia Sotelo with International Aesthetic Corporation, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your time in being here today to learn about this. Before we start into the proper guides for reopening, we want to go over exactly about the COVID-19. Coronavirus is a disease that is basically a respiratory illness. They've been told by the CDC that the main symptoms of this illness are fever, cough, and shortness of breath. However, it is very hard to know the shortness of breath in people when you see them face to face. Cough, they may cough more during the day, during the night, but you cannot see them as often while you're with them. However, fever, it's something that is going to be constant over there. So I'm mentioning this because later on the presentation, we will take into consideration this fact. COVID-19 is produced by a virus called SARS-CoV-2. This virus is going to be spread from person to person through those respiratory droplets produced when a person that has the disease coughs, sneezes, or talks. COVID-19 may sometimes cause very serious illness. This is more towards people who are 65 years or older, or people that have already a medical condition. However, healthy patients have experienced a severe illnesses sometimes. Now, I would like to take the guidance for the reopening divided into 3 sections. The employees, and this means yourself, the people that work with you, for you, and anybody who is involved within your place of work. So this may be the lady who cleans up at the spa, accounting, receivables. Anybody who is involved within your place of work should be considered as an employee. Even if you don't pay them as an employee, they should be considered for this guidance. Next, we will follow with the salon. The salon is going to be the physical work of place. It could be the salon, it could be your treatment room, it could be a large spa, a small spa, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be the physical place of work. And then finally, we will go over the customers, everybody that comes in to get treatments and to purchase products. So let's start with employees. At the beginning, when I was mentioning about the symptoms of the COVID-19, I was mentioning about the fever. So because fever is something that it is into the people who has the disease, although we could have people who are not showing any symptoms and may be sick. But the temperature check should be taken daily, on a daily basis, every time that the employee or yourself comes into the spa, into the place of work, they should check the temperature. If the temperature goes over 100.4 Fahrenheit or 34 Celsius, they cannot come into the place of work. They have to go home or to the doctor, because that means that they have fever. Since not everybody that has the illness shows symptoms at all, this is why we require that every single person in the place of work should have their mouth and nose covered at all times. Even if they're by themselves sitting in their desk, they should have the mask on. Why? Because this virus, according to the CDC, is not a light, it doesn't come with a light weight, meaning that when the virus is not going to be spraying out into the air. The virus, once it goes out from the body, it is a heavy virus that is going to be on the floor, on the surfaces like tables, massage tables, chairs. So this is why we always recommend that everybody has their mouth and nose covered to avoid infection. Hand washing. Hand washing, in addition to the regular hand washing that we do prior and before and after going to the bathroom, before and after eating, it is important that we tell our employees to wash their hands before and after a service, any service. It could be wax, facial, body treatment, it doesn't matter. They have to have their hands washed with an antibacterial soap always, before and after it. Use the hand sanitizer as often as possible. That means that every time that you touch a handle, that you grab a pen, that is the time where they should be using a hand sanitizer. Face shield. Now with face shield, we have people that are requiring their employees to have a face shield at all times, but we recommend having the face shield at least when they're doing a facial treatment. Why? Because when you're doing a facial treatment, small particles from their face may be splashed into your own. So this is why the face shield is going to be protecting the esthetician. And then if any particle goes out of the facial mask that the esthetician is wearing, then the customer is going to be protecting because it has that extra layer of protection. With the gloves, we have the same situation as with the face shield. There are places where they recommend the use of gloves at all times. For us, this doesn't make any sense because the gloves then becomes like a second skin to your hands. So that means that you will be washing your hands with the gloves on as often as you have to. You're going to be using the hand sanitizer with your gloves on as often as possible. So for these reasons, we recommend using the gloves only when you're at the treatment room, and especially during facials. And maintaining the physical distancing when possible. Of course, when you're talking to an employee and you're looking into a chart, a customer chart, you're looking into the computer, well, that physical distancing may not be possible, but keep it as much as you can. Continuing with the salon, just as you're going to be checking on the temperature to all of your employees, you should be doing it for every person that walks into your place of work. That doesn't mean that the person from FedEx, UPS, or the mail has to have a temperature check before they give you their boxes. But for all the customers that are going in, even if they're just picking up a product, they're going to be spending more than just a few seconds in your place. So that means that you have to make sure that they are not presenting the symptom of fever. You have to have hand sanitizer stations throughout the salon. At least you should have it at the entrance and in each treatment room. But depending on the size of your place of work, you should have additional stations accordingly. You're going to be having, you have to have the use of disinfectant with EPA registered as bactericidal, virucidal, and fungicidal, which is going to be killing any type of virus, including the SARS-CoV-2 that causes the coronavirus, COVID-19. Here, we want to mention that the new freeze Equifact 256 has recently been added to the EPA registered as a bactericidal, virucidal, and fungicidal. We do have that in stock, and it's going to take about $1 per gallon when you use them because it has a high concentration of it. You mix it out, and then you will be able to use it for 32 gallons. You have to disinfect all the surfaces in between customers. That means the reception area, the chair where they sat, the table that was in front of them where they place out their purse or they touch them with their hands, the treatment rooms, everything has to be disinfected. We recommend getting your Barbicide certification. This is a free certification. You can go to barbicide.com. It's going to take about 20 minutes for you to complete it, answer some questions, and then at the end, you're able to print out your certification. Keeping the certification visible for customers will guarantee and give them a peace of mind that you're doing something extra in order to keep your place healthy. Since you have to clean up after every customer, in between customers, you have to clean up the area where they sat, the places that they touched. We recommend removing all magazines, testers, because it's going to be very hard and it's going to be time consuming for you to clean up all of these utilities. Also, those coffee stations, tea station, candy station, you must remove them as well. because the customer is going to be touching them, and you have to clean it up before another customer touches it. But this sometimes is going to be hard. So for these reasons, we recommend having all of these stations in the back and then offering them and giving them upon request. Maintaining a physical distancing with them is also crucial. Depending on the size of your area, you may have stickers placed on the floor so that they will be able to see how far they have to stand from one another. Just like shopping centers and groceries are doing it, just with a sticker on the floor, meaning that people are going to stand 6 feet apart. You must limit the number of customers per day. For these reasons, it is recommended that you do not accept any walk-ins for now. Only appointments. The reason? Well, that way you can guarantee the number of customers that you're going to be seeing throughout the day. And secondly, when you do an appointment, you're going to be letting your customer know what to expect, how to be treated here at your salon. And if you get any walk-ins, it's going to be very hard for you to implement all of the safety procedures that you have actually put it on into your place of work. In the booking time, we need to make it longer. Meaning, if you have a 50-minute service, then you used to book it for an hour. So that it's going to give you 10 minutes to clean up the room, to check out your guest, and be ready for the next one. In here, we are suggesting adding up to 30 minutes into your booking time, which this will provide you plenty of time for disinfecting all of the areas that your customers have touched. Change your sheets after every treatment. This is indispensable. If you have those disposable sheets, that's amazing because you just take them up and take it out. But keep in mind that all the blankets that your customers have used, they also have to be disinfected. For this, we suggest having one of those Lysols or Clorox sprays so that you will be able to just use it, and that way you will be killing any bacteria that it was there. The UV light, it is an excellent tool for killing any virus, not only for the utensils that you use, such as spatulas and brushes, but nowadays it is very simple to get one of those UV light stands where you connect it, leave it on the room for 15 minutes, and then that is going to be killing any surface in your spa. That is an excellent tool to do, and it's just going to take 15 minutes. However, if you get one of those UV lights with ozone, then because of the ozone, you're going to be needing an additional 15 minutes for the room to air out before you're able to enter the room. Because ozone, it's not good for the humans or animals. So you have to have that time for it to air it out. For those of you who have visited our new location, you see that we have one of those lamps and we put it at the end of the day, especially on the areas with high traffic. This is also something that we suggest and encourage, where you're going to leave it at the end when the very last person that closes, just turn it on. It's going to be in according to the size. Our size, we leave it, because of our size, we leave it for 1 hour. And then automatically it turns off. And then when we get here the next day, all the ozone has been gone. Also, it is important to have the signage and the communication clear. On your website, you should have the COVID-19 company statement. This could be as a pop-up window that it will be appearing once you open up your website, or as a banner. The banner could be at the bottom, at the top, or at the side, anywhere you want it, as long as it's visible. You need to tell your customers what to expect when they come and visit you. Over here, we just took some samples of signage out of the internet. You will be able to have them as well, search it on the web by images, and then you can print them and display them on your place of work, or you can just buy them at any one of those retail locations that sells them. In here, it's important that so that they will be able to know what to expect. And also once they come into you, they're going to be feeling safe because your place is taking all the considerations for the situation at the moment. Now, finally, we go over the customers. For the customers, we're going to encourage our customers to reschedule if they're not feeling well. This beforehand, anytime that the people are going to be, what we're canceling their appointment into that, before that 24-hour window, there was a penalty. Nowadays, all the spas, the high-end spas, hotels, they are waiving this penalty because it's better for them to cancel than for them to bring the virus over to you. Remember, over here, we're not just doing all of these considerations for the safety of our customers, but also it's our own safety and the safety of our families. So we need to make sure that if somebody's not feeling well, it could be your employees, it could be your customers, or even you, we have to be considerate into other people's health as well. So just let them know, hey, you can reschedule if you're not feeling 100%. We're going to be asking our customers to keep their facial mask to have the mouth and nose covered if the treatment that we're going to be doing on them doesn't require the mask to be off. For instance, if you're doing an eyebrow wax, or if you are putting into the eyelashes, or if you're doing a body treatment, then for those type of treatments, they do not need to take the mask off. If they're doing a facial, then yes. And of course, all of these guidance are gonna be depending on the laws from your state, from your county, and especially from your city. Okay, so if your city doesn't allow for you to do any facials, then you don't. But if they do, then you just take into consideration some of the things that we're mentioning right here. Hand sanitizer, we recommend them to be used as soon as they walk into the door. So afterwards, we're going to be watching on a video that is going to give you some instructions, some visual instructions of how to proceed on this. But we should have the hand sanitizer upon arrival, and of course, having it as needed. That's why it's important for us to have it available throughout our place of work. And we ask them finally to be on time. Because if they're on time, then the following customer is not going to be backing up. If they're not on time, you may experience a backup on your customers. If this is the case, make sure that you have a space separated by 6 feet between customer and customer within your waiting area, or you can call them and let them know that we are running a little late for them to come a few minutes late as well. Or you can tell them to wait in their car, and then you will text them or call them when you're ready for them. In here, we wanted to show you, like I said, with some visuals, the do's and don'ts. So don't leave your mouth, nose uncovered. Not wear the face shield when needed, and especially something that it is also to be taken into consideration is the loose hair. The loose hair, like I mentioned before, this virus, it's heavy, so it goes immediately down like gravity. So if the virus was in somebody's mouth, and then they talked, and then they spit, and the particle is gonna be on my hair, I'm gonna be bringing in the virus, and it may live for up to 4 hours. So that means that for up to 4 hours, I am transmitting the disease. Maybe I touch my hair, maybe my son touches my hair, and then that is how it is transmitted. So for this, we recommend to always have your face mask covering the mouth and the nose. Wear the face shield for the facial treatments especially, but you can keep it always as needed. And then the hair. The hair should be tied up in a bun. Regardless of how long your hair is, it's always recommended to have it in a bun, because if you just have it, put it into a ponytail, then the rest of the hair is going to be loosed, and then again the particles may stay in. I was recently at the dentist office with my children, and I was watching all of the staff, and 90% of women that worked at that place had a bandana covering their hair. And I thought, what a clever idea, because then they're protecting the whole area, not just the loose hair. Then over here, I know that we have established certain relationship with most of our customers, those that are very, very loyal to us. They become practically friends. But then we used to greet them with a big hug, with a kiss on the cheek. This is something that we have to stop right now. We cannot greet our customers with a hug or with a handshake anymore. And we are in this together. So everybody must understand that if you don't want to give them a hug or a kiss, it's nothing personal. It's just you are keeping your distance and working with the do's and the don'ts of the coronavirus. So don't be afraid to just say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm practicing social distancing. I will not be able to give you a hug, but let me give you an air hug. Let me send you a kiss. And then you just blow them a kiss, you know, something like this that is going to still have the relationship between you and them, but not pretty much expose yourself or your customer. Have a station where you will be able to have the hand sanitizer and also the temperature check. This has to be visible when they come so that they will be able to know that that is a stop for them to sue, and then you will be able to take the temperature. The temperature check must be touchless. So these are also these are available everywhere now. I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, we bought one of those temperature checks for like $70, and now you're able to get them at $20. So the price have been gone down, so now they're more available to everybody to get it. Again, we have to remove all the magazines, the testers, coffee, teas, and this is an excellent idea to have right here. Just get a 2 set of pens. One, the ones that are used, and the other one that has been sanitized. So when people are going to be writing anything, it may be their chart, it could be the release, it could be just signing in for the credit card slip. They will be able to grab it from the sanitized set, and then once they use it, they put it into the used one. Then when the used one is filled, you're going to be taking them in and spray it with your disinfectant and just a cloth, dry them out, and then put it into the sanitized bin once again. Keeping the signs like mask requires at all times, be safe, practice social distancing, anything that we could be able to do in order for them to be feeling safe in here. Right now, I'm going to be showing you guys a video demonstration. Again, this is just a summary of everything that we have spoken today. So I'm going to leave you to it, and I'll come back in a minute.
Hello and welcome to our spa safety video demonstration. Today we will show you the ins and outs of spa safety during the coronavirus pandemic. First, greet your client and gesture for them to come in. Once they come in, sanitize your hands. Sanitize all exposed areas, including arms and between fingers. Then request to take your client's temperature. After taking your client's temperature, check for no fevers. Then, offer hand sanitizer to your client. Once they've sanitized, gesture for them to take a seat. While they're taking a seat, you're going to hand your client a clean pen and a consultation form. This completes the first part of our spa safety video. Next, we go to the treatment room. In the treatment room, you're going to sanitize your hands and all over your arms or any other exposed areas. After you're done sanitizing, put gloves on, making sure that they fit really well and are snug to the skin. They should feel as if they were an extra layer of skin. Here's a demonstration of what you should do to make sure that your gloves are fitting snug and skin tight. You are now ready to proceed with the treatment. Here is a visual of how you should look when starting the treatment. Thank you for watching. We hope that this video has helped you answer any questions you had regarding spa safety during the coronavirus pandemic. Stay safe and take care.
All right. So we really hope that all of these guidelines that we presented today are helpful for your reopening. If you have opened already, that you will be able to implement them. And if you're not open, then you should be ready with all of these guidelines once you're ready to open. In addition to this, we wanted to talk about how to boost the sales. Because like I mentioned before, we're gonna be seeing less customers per day. So that means that we're not gonna be making as much money as we were before, as we were doing before the pandemic. So for this, again, we need to inform that what are our guidelines, what are the protocols that we are implementing in order to have a sterile environment. The safer we look, the safer our customers will feel coming back to you, and then they will be coming back to you. Next, what we recommend you to do is make a list of all of your customers, along with the sales that they have made in the past. You can say year, because of course 6 months were practically dead. So you can make it a year, you can make it a year and a half, and then organize them from the ones that have purchased the most to the ones that haven't, and start analyzing one by one. Start with 10, if all of them are not possible to do. Review their sales, their purchases. If they have, how much have they spent in the treatment room, and how much they have spent with you into home care products. That way, you're able to customize each of the products that you're going to be recommending for them. So that, for instance, if they bought a facial scrub 6 months ago, and you see that that they're buying one every 5 months, 6 months, so that means that is exfoliating scrub that they bought, it's about to run out. So reach out to them and tell them, hey, your exfoliating scrub is about to finish. So would you like me to have this ready for you to pick up? Or may I deliver it to you? Or may I suggest you trying another exfoliating scrub that has milk proteins that you can use it daily? So then you will be able to sell them, let's say, the Oxygen 365 soft scrub. Things like this will be able to be, like if you're proactive, this will make you boost up your sales and be selling more. If you can able to suggest a treatment, a specific treatment for this customer, in addition to the home care products, then they will be able to pick up the product once they come in for their appointment. If they don't want to come in or cannot come in for any reason, then offer them an alternative. Offer them a curbside contactless pickup, just like restaurants are doing right now. So just tell them, well, come to me, call me when you're downstairs in the parking lot inside your car, and then I will bring out the product to you, or even have it delivered to them. We do recommend not charging any delivery fees at the moment. Even though your profit is gonna be a little bit smaller, well, it's something. My mom always say, one is much more than zero, and it's true. So even if you're not making the same amount of profit, at least you're making something. And if you're gonna start doing that with all of your customers, well, imagine if you have 100 customers and each one of them is gonna buy something, there's gonna be 100 sales instead of having one or none. If you have a website that has a shopping cart, then talk to us and see if you're able to have some of the products that you currently have in your place or that wishes to sell to your customers added into your shopping cart. Contact your sales representative, contact us, and tell us what products you wish to have on your shopping cart, and we will be able to provide you with the approval to do so. All of this, of course, is based upon approval. So just let us know exactly what you want. Remember that that we do not approve the sale of any of the Germain de Cappuccini products on any websites without written approval. So just reach out to us and we will be able to do this for you. If you don't want to deal with your shopping cart, if you don't want to deal with packing the product and taking it over to the FedEx or your shipping facilities, then join the referral program. In here, you will be able to join in. Just go to the webpage shown on the screen, this one right here. And then once you sign in, we will create a unique code for you or your spa. that at the end you can provide the code to your customers. Then they will go to gdc.us, make their purchase, input the code that you have provided over to them, and then we will send them the products with free shipping and an additional gift that it will come from you, but you don't pay for it. So we will send them a gift over to them from you, and then you were gonna get 35% commission of that sale. 35% of the total sale that your customer did, it will go back to you as credit for future purchases. So that way you will be able to start selling. You don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to pay for the product up front. You don't have to ship it, pack it, and everything. So that is going to be a perfect way to doing increased sales. Thank you very much for all of your time into this presentation. Right now, we're going to be continuing with the Q&As. In here, if you have any questions, please be sure to contact your sales representative or contact me directly at natalia@iacspa.com. This is my email right here. Feel free to email me any questions you may have. I will try my best to answer them all. If I don't know the answer, I will let you know that I don't know the answer, and I will try to look it up for you as well. As a thank you, we want to offer you a 15% discount on all of your purchases from now until Sunday the 16th. So it's going to be about 4 days for this sale to take into account. This sale is only on our website. So if you contact your sales representative, if you call us, unfortunately, we will not be able to give you the discount. But if you go to iacspa.com, and then you use the code SAFETY12, you will get an automatic 15% discount on all of the sales, including specials and free shipping. Again, this is from now until August 16th, which is a Sunday. If you have already an account, it's going to be easy because you just log in with your credentials and shop around, put the code, and that's it. If you are not registered into that website, then just go into iacspa.com, and in the top menu, there is a section that says register. So over there, you just put all your information. Once we verify that you are a customer of ours, we will grant you access to the page. And with the same credentials that you sign in, you will be able to do the shopping. Again, thank you very much for all of your time. We wish you the best of lucks into the reopening. Let us know if we can assist you with anything else, and stay safe. Thank you.